Have you heard about this very rare occurrence where a stand-up comedian gets cancelled for doing his job? So there's this guy called Matt Rife, or as his parents called him, Methodius Rufetius III, and he's blown up around last year thanks to the one place that shall not be named. He got famous for doing a bit of stand-up.
He was like a 10.
He was a 10? He had all 10 toes?
As if telling jokes on the internet can be an actual job. Wait, he's very well known for his spot-on thinking and his willingness to live by the life motto, acquire currency, disregard women.
I want to roast you, but you're going to be poor in 4 years, and I really don't want to fuck with that.
What a stud. Now when it comes to stand-up, it takes forever to hone your craft. Even if you're the funniest human alive, you also need exposure. So it's very tough to go professional in the business. So Methodius has recently been under fire, as most comedians are, and I decided to tell you what happened by outsourcing my job to an American. Go ahead, big man.
So to help break down the current controversy surrounding Matt Rife at the moment, we should take a look at his upbringing and what could have led up to this current predicament. Matt was born Matthew Stephen Rife on September 10th of 1995 in Columbus, Ohio. Okay, I think that's all we need to know. Although he started his journey towards being a comic at the tender age of 14 when he was encouraged by a friend to perform stand-up in a talent show, it wouldn't be until age 28 that Matt would inevitably realize that comedy has its difficulties, and that he wasn't that funny. Now, according to Matt, he has very low self-esteem. Although he claims his rapid change in appearance was entirely natural, he does not see himself as attractive. Although most critics would argue that he built his career entirely on his looks, considering his fan base is almost entirely female, or it was. Now it's nobody. Even as early back as 2015, before Matt's overnight transformation into Dolph Lundgren now, he still struggled to express any semblance of comedy, nor a human being for that matter. So whether you believe Matt built his career on his looks or not, it seems pretty evident that he never really had a knack for comedy, or his fans lacked any real taste in humor, which is very possible. I mean, somebody got Amy Schumer famous, and I knew it wasn't her. But let's discuss the controversy at hand. On November 15th, Matt released his first ever comedy special that he didn't have to push himself, titled Natural Selection. Although well named, considering how quickly and swiftly it would take him off the board, he started the special with a rather tasteless domestic violence joke.
I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Assumed by fans and critics alike to be a bold move by Matt to alienate his target audience and make a clear stance that he wants a men-only fan base. Now, considering this isn't the only time a domestic violence joke has been made, sensationalized, or even overlooked by a comic's fan base, I don't think the joke was his worst offense. Matt's overly douchey persona, whether that be part of the bit or in fact just him as a person, is up for debate. But when you face such a drawn-out joke for such a touchy punchline portrayed by such a douchebag personality and poor execution, it makes for a terrible waste of 3 minutes and people mostly shocked that you spent that long on something so cheap and shitty. The follow-up to the backlash only made matters worse when he attempted to apologize about the incident and offered an olive branch to what we can only assume was meant to be a domestic violence support site, when in reality, he unintentionally linked one of his bookmark pages instead. Alrighty, I think I've set the scene pretty well, so I'll hand you back over to Custard, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Oh, and don't forget to check out my channel.
No self-promotion. Go on with eating your greasy burger and polishing your gun. For real though, go check out his stuff. He's a cool human being and fucking hilarious. Also, as he explained it himself.
Seriously though, it would help a lot, and while you're at it, please like and share the video. It's been like 6 months since I've seen my kid, and Christmas is coming up, and I could really use the support.
While you go subscribe to his channel, I quickly need to think about the fact that over 90% of my audience hasn't subscribed yet. Think about the fact that almost everybody who watched my Five Nights at Freddy's video is over 25 years old and a female and also American. Anyways, back to Funny Man. I'm gonna be honest, when Matt did his apology by linking a website for like special needs helmets or something, I thought that was a brilliant move. Something I think I personally would have done also. So Methodius has really funny comedy. He also has really unfunny comedy. It's just like most comedians out there. At the end of the day, he really does have an audience and a lot of people seriously love him. There's nothing wrong with that. I was always told it doesn't matter about the situation, it's how you deal with it. And joking about special kids and also going on Jordan Peterson's podcast is probably the best way to do it. Haters hate him even more, and lovers want to screw him even more. I believe myself to be in a healthy middle. I watched his interview with Peterson and I really valued the things he had to say. He's a witty guy. Also, the fact that he's been attempting comedy since he was 14 shows definite dedication. I just think cancellations are stupid. It can be good for, you know, some people, but overall nobody wants to be the reason somebody else loses their livelihood. Hell, I know for a 100% fact I'm gonna get cancelled in my YouTube career. Also, I know for a fact a lot of people aren't gonna find me entertaining or funny. However, that's not gonna stop me from trying to entertain as many people as possible. At the end of the day, that's the job I'm trying to work towards. Something that is very ironic to me is the fact that he said a lot of worse shit in his life. Only it's the second he stepped into Netflix and said something slightly off key there that got him into trouble. Netflix seems to have a way to breed cancellations. I don't know why nobody's ever noticed this, but if I was a comedian, I would never want to go on there. This is not a fact, it's a personal opinion. So what should the lessons of the week be? Always do something you're passionate about, no matter the pushback. Never stop trying to obtain your goals. No. The moral of the story is apparently people who gym get goals way easier. Who knew?